Hi everyone, so today I'm just flexing my new bow on the left. So on my left, this is a Marina Mingmoon 1 and the length is 59.5 inch. On my right, for comparison, this is a Marina Mingmoon 4 and the length is 50.5 inch. So there's a 9-inch difference between the two of these. Both of them are full carbon, but there is a difference on this one. This is not a standard version, whereas this one here is the standard version. So now I'm going to show you closer what's happening and what I did with the bows. So on my right, let's focus first. Okay, we have the camera focused. So this one on my right is the standard full carbon. It has a glass back, and then if you try to observe, there is a different shade right in the middle between the glass and the carbon. That is the bamboo veneer, which you see here, and then the rest of the bow is carbon, so it's very thick here. Whereas on the modified full carbon, we also have the glass, but if you observe right in the middle here between the carbon and the glass, you will see 2 layers of natural material. So the first layer is the veneer, 0.5 mil of veneer. In this case, it's a zebra wood. It's stunning. It's really beautiful. So after that, we have a bamboo core. We have bamboo core before we reach the carbon. So why do I do that? Because carbon is actually not as light as you think. Carbon has a very high strength to weight ratio. However, it is about double the density of bamboo. So by having so much carbon, the physical mass is really high, and so hand shock will also become higher. In this case, we reduce the amount of carbon used and increase the amount of bamboo used. What we get is less hand shock, less vibration. In fact, the hand shock is so low. On this bow, right out of the box, the hand shock feels like a tap, like this. Right after you shoot, you feel a tap in your hand. That's it. That's how low the hand shock is. Compared to my Warring States full carbon that has this kind of construction, when I got it out of the box, I did complain about the hand shock. But eventually, like 2 weeks down the road, the hand shock kind of reduced and dissipated, and it was more acceptable. But the modified full carbon, right out of the box, if you don't pay attention, you don't even feel the shock. So it's that light. So because the hand shock is so low, I'm able to use much lighter arrows as well. I'm comfortable using lighter arrows because of lesser hand shock, so I get more speed out of this bow. Also, in terms of twist resistance, because remember previously there was a problem with the twist because of the orientation of the fiber was wrong. So this has been fixed. In the previous one, I have 2 units with problem. One is a Mingmoon 6, the other is a Mingmoon 1. They both twist very easily. So in this case, we have, you see this 45-degree carbon here. That fixes the stability. Both of these bows are extremely stable. There's no more twist issue. Additionally, I also want to mention about stacking. So if I remember correctly, previously I did mention that the carbon bow, the full carbon bow, seems to stack a little earlier than it should, and that seems to be fixed in this case. So this modified full carbon no longer has that stacking feel towards the end of the draw. So I think going down the road, for anyone ordering the full carbon from me, you won't be getting this anymore. This is what you will get if you order full carbon directly from other dealers probably, but if you order them from me, this is what you get. Because I I don't like this as much as this. This feels way better, like so much better than this one. This to me is just phased out. It's just phased out. But that's what you get with a standard full carbon. So for me, the full carbon will be like this. Okay, I'll be using this modified full carbon as my standard carbon. So when you order from me, I actually have to kind of specifically specify I want it this way. Otherwise, you get like that. And while it is very durable, this bow is very durable, but in terms of hand shot, I just think that it could have been better like this. This is what it should have been. This is what I would propose because I find it really good. This one here, not only is it beautiful, I mean, just have a look at it. Ooh, it's beautiful. Wow, it's just absolutely stunning. Just look at this, so stunning. Okay, since this is also my bow, I already replaced the center serving. That's what I usually would do when I get my own bow. And then I will also add a little bit of twist, string bias on my limbs. So this is not a twist. It's actually, I intentionally give it a bias. I force it into the bow so that, let me show you from another view, you understand why I want to do that. So when I have a string bias, you can see my string, you see it's closer to the right hand side, right? It's closer to the, hold on, let me point it out. Here, it's a lot closer here. So I'm going to shift a view. Like if you have the string right in the center, like this, the distance from the string to here is bigger. So your arrow has to flex more to go around the bow. But by having the bias on the top and bottom, now it is more like that. It's reduced. So the arrow has to flex less, has to bend less to get around the bow. So I can actually shoot it with very minimal katra. I pretty much like just grip it. I don't even like try to torque it, just like grip it, and it's more than enough torque to katra the bow and get a very good flight out of this bow. It's beautiful. And then I have been pairing it with this arrow right here. So, flip it around. Okay, so this is our arrow, the Taurus carbon. It would seem that this spine, 600 spine, matches really well with 30 pounds. There's just, the arrow just go perfectly straight right out of the bow. Probably at like even from 1 or 2 meters, the arrow is already straight. There is no like wobble or anything. It's just straight right out of the bow, without even like trying hard to get the katra. And then let me show you my new asymmetric ring. Okay, this is not a completed ring, so it is still like a kind of rough cut, but you can see the shape. It's it looks odd, but it works just as any other ring. So on the underside here, we actually it's not smooth, it's actually textured so that it will grip onto our skin, and then this one still needs to be removed, some of the material, and then like polish on the outside here. When you wear it, even though it looks weird, like, I mean, just look at it, it's like skewed, it's like weird, right? It looks funny. Okay, but when you actually wear it, the underside here is actually symmetric. So you feel just like any normal ring, but it's when you shoot it, the string will pull towards one side. So you don't actually feel it when you draw the bow or when you wear the ring. It's only when you release, you'll find that it seems to produce a more consistent release pattern. So the consistency of my arrows seems to have improved. I'm not saying that maybe my form is better, I do not know, because I tried both rings, my symmetric ring and the asymmetric ring, and I seem to be getting better results with the asymmetric ring. So whether it's just a placebo effect, I do not know, but other people has tried it as well. I have some customer came in, give it a try, and it does seems to, we all feel that this ring seems to be a bit more forgiving.